In the news now is an article that I wanted to cover some time ago. I didn't really have time for it, so it's about 3 days old. But it's very important that we go over this because this has been an ongoing problem, ongoing consideration, and many of the subscribers to this channel need to know what our government is planning behind the scenes with your pension money. And this article is from Business Tech, and the headline reads, Government in talks with South Africa's pension funds to access big pool of liquidity for investment. Now I can tell you right now that our government has run out of money. They actually don't have cash, and the problem is that most South Africans haven't been able to work, to pay tax. The businesses have been suffering, so a lot of the income for the government, the very money hungry government, has come to a standstill. And this article reads, after 6 months of talking with the private sector and banking institutions, government is now in talks with the pension fund managers around possible infrastructure investment in the country. So they want the different pension fund managers to invest in infrastructure around the country. And this is according to Dr. Kosienso Ramokgopa. I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, head of the Investment and Infrastructure Office in the Presidency. So he's working with the President of South Africa, President Cyril Ramaphosa. Speaking at the launch of the President's Infrastructure Project Preparation Roundtable on Tuesday, 3rd of November, Ramokgopa said that the country's pension funds are sitting on a big pool of liquidity and are now beginning to explore investment in infrastructure as an additional asset class. Ramokgopa said that previous infrastructure funding had been taken directly from the government purse, but that the impact of the COVID-19 had led to a severely diminished fiscus. So your pension fund managers might go out, invest in absolute rubbish at the behest of the government, in things that they are busy destroying right now through the COVID-19 pandemic. And then what's going to happen to your money when they invest in these things that they shouldn't invest in, because the very same government has made those investments bad investments? Essentially, we need to look at new sources of funding. Oh, we're not good enough anymore. But for you to be able to get projects funded outside of government balance sheet, they need to be sound projects. And this is the crux. How can you call anything sound these days? Look at what's happening in the US and many other countries around the world. There is nothing that is sound anymore. People have lost their minds. They are grabbing at straws. They are making snap decisions. There's no more rationality and no more logic in what many people do. So I don't think there are any sound projects out there, unless it's going to provide you with food and water for yourself. These sound projects are a key part of President Cyril Ramaphosa's recovery plan for South Africa, with infrastructure and development identified as key to the country's turnaround. The damage caused by the pandemic to an already weak economy, to employment, to livelihoods, to public finances, and to state-owned companies has been colossal, Ramaphosa told Parliament in a presentation in October. No, President Cyril Ramaphosa, not the pandemic, your orders. It's not the pandemic that caused havoc. It is your orders that caused havoc. Okay. Show me your pandemic. Show it to me. With evidence, scientific evidence. I want to see the pandemic that you speak of. We need to see this moment as a rupture with the past. A rupture with the past. And an opportunity to drive fundamental and lasting change, placing the economy on a new path to growth, he said. Political speak. I wonder who wrote that part of his speech. These projects will also be key to creating employment opportunities in the country, Ramaphosa said, with government planning to create as many as 800,000 new jobs. Communist setup, hey? Government providing the jobs. Government, not private institutions. So now you are buying votes with jobs. Way to go. The president said that infrastructure development has immense potential to stimulate growth in the country and to create sustained employment, both directly and indirectly. He said that as of the end of June 2020, the country had 276 catalyst projects which could contribute over 340 billion in investment. Has he forgotten that he loaned 500 billion from the IMF? What did you do with it, President Cyril Ramaphosa? Even although the money doesn't exist, you did something with those fund allocations. And they didn't go where they were supposed to, did they? And what happened since then is that you are now focusing on new things to take the focus off the mess that you've left behind. I think it's best for you to resign, to get out early, but then your captures, the people that have captured you throughout your life, might just sort you out in ways that you don't see comfortable with, because it might hurt a lot. So, what are you going to do now as the president of the ANC, the president of South Africa, and the chair of the African Union, when everyone is looking at you with open hands and they have nothing? Now you go and steal their pension money, use it for all these projects that you believe is the way forward. Because your masters have told you what those projects should be. And I discuss these projects in my meetings. And I will make clear how your masters are telling you exactly what to do from day to day. Because you don't have a mind of your own. You've never had a mind of your own. You don't have the capability to face your masters and tell them to go take a hike. Because you're a puppet. And you're not even a very good one at that. Thank you very much. Till the next video.